I might. I mean, I didn't do too bad here, but typically when I use a plastic pad or a wedge pad on a steel shoe, I drill through it.
Oh, you would drill through it?
Just a 1/8 inch drill.
Now,
But you know, you hold it up to your drill press and you kind of waller it out, give you plenty of room to work.
But in these, you didn't have. You can just nail right through that plate. The nail go right through the little
Yeah.
plate. Okay.
Yeah, because you're just nailing into the urethane.
You know, you would only do it once, but you know that you can't drill when it's on the foot, and not because you wouldn't know where to go, but a drill tends to pull itself.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I would pre-drill it before you glue it on and all that kind of stuff.
I mean, that's
And
obvious.
that just gives you a little more, like I say, that way when you start tapping, you're tapping into the hoof and not in the shoe. Because the shoe's going to feel much like the hoof. So it's kind of hard to differentiate between the two.
Right, if you don't have the hose.
Yeah. But if you ever get to a point where, I mean, you hit and it's like, man, it just feels like, you know, hot knife through butter. You know,
Pull it out.
Yeah, pull it out and just kind of think, you know, just recheck yourself, you know. I can tell, you know, my edge of my hoof wall is right here at the border of the shoe, so this is a nicely shaped foot. You know,
And those don't need, those are driven in far enough for this kind of type of shoe.
yeah, we clench those down and
When
everything.
you've done the foot, you could just make a note.
When y'all put the horse will come unglued. I mean, it would be
like when you load.
Yeah, and
I'm set with you.
here's the difference between a quick nail and a hot nail. A hot nail is just a nail that's close to sensitive material. All right, if you get a hot nail, you might get a phone call from the owner, you know, 24 to 48 hours after you nailed them up. And it says, you know, he's out there, he's like standing like, oh my gosh, my foot really hurts. So a quick nail, you will know right away. You'll pull a nail out and there might actually be a little bit of blood that comes out and stuff like that. So
And what do you do if that happens?
I put a little iodine down in the hole.
Don't redrive the nail, correct? Do you use the same hole?
Not the same hole.
No.
Unless you got a real crack.
But I will advise the owner and discuss. A lot of times I'll leave the shoe off and just wait a day or two to come back and see what's going to happen. If it's
Make
going
sure
to
not to abscess or not.
if you get in that situation, yeah, you need. I mean, be honest with the owner. You know, if they fire you, they fire you. I maybe get 1 or 2 hot nails a year. You know, last time I quit the horse was when I was in farrier school. So
It is not about if it happens, it's how you handle it.
right, you drive hundreds and thousands of nails each year.
It's going to happen.
It's going to happen. I
You
think.
have a horse that wiggles, you know, at the exact wrong moment, they move,
Yeah.
and you just were in mid-stroke and couldn't pull it.
That's it.
It's that's me.
Yeah, I just had a bright idea which wasn't dismissed as silly, okay?
But that-
Before I put the shoe on, to make a note of how wide the hoof wall is.
Totally.
And, you know, then you
Well,
have it for reference when you're
And that's the beauty of this shoe. It has such a wide.
You have a window.
A wide window.
But you can reference, this is how wide in my wall was. And
I don't
So
think.
I will also tell you because of that, when I am gluing and nailing together, I always glue and nail one foot. Then I glue and nail the other foot. Because I'm keeping a map in my head of which nail holes I'm going to use and where I'm going to place those nails, to the inside of the hole, to the outside of the hole, which pitch I'm going to use. So if I do both feet, I might get confused and gives me more of a chance of running into a problem.
Do you map your nails on your sizing shoe?
Like that, my nails, like make an X where I'm going to put my nail.
Well, like, I mean, do you actually look through the shoe to see where your wall is? Like, it was
No,
designed
because
to
I got that map in my head. So when I'm putting my Fit Kit shoe on my foot, I'm looking at which nails am I going to use and how tight am I going to nail.
That's what I'm asking. Can
This-
you actually see white line through that?
I don't think you can. Even though it's clear, I don't think you can.
If you were straight nailing, yes, but if you were.
Was it Christoph that just had the blog where he got a Sharpie and he outlined the white line?
So that you
If you're
can
straight
see it
nailing.
through.
And you're straight nailing?
That can help.
As long as you stay. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Back to the quick nail and a hot nail. You told us what you do. What do you do?
Same thing. I actually put some Sornomore in there
Okay.
because it's betadine based and then it has arnica in it.
Which is-
Whatever else it has in it.
Okay.
And then, and personally, I go to a different hole. Just because I don't want to redrive in that area that I just inflamed personally. The other thing is, do you glue over it?
Yeah, I was gonna say, do you leave it open? What do you?
Yeah, I
What do
mean,
you suggest?
you you risk an abscess when you click a horse, because you just introduce
Right.
bacteria to the sensitive structures. So you want to try to leave it open a little bit, you know, if you can. And if your shoe's glued on, and you just drove through that, now you've got this open thing, there's gonna get dirt in that hole, that you just, you know, the hole in the shoe. You have to kind of use your own judgment a little bit. Fortunately, it hasn't happened to me that often.
Like I say, I did one in farrier school because I was